Good morning, everyone. It's Mark Weens with Migrationology.com in Thimphu, Bhutan. It's another beautiful sunny day. We are right in the heart center of Thimphu, and we are going to a restaurant to start off the day called Zambala. And there are actually two Zambala restaurants, so we're gonna go to the first one first, and then after we eat there, we're going to Zambala number 2. We arrived to Zambala restaurant, and they are doing some work in this area on the transformer for the power. So there's no lights here, so we've changed our plans. We're gonna head over to Zambala 2 first. And this restaurant specializes mainly in a mix of Chinese and Bhutanese and maybe some Tibetan dishes as well. And it's really a nice location. It's prime location, actually right above from the traffic circle, which is one of the busiest intersections I think in Bhutan. Portion sizes are huge and the food looks amazing. We're about to dig in and feast right now. I have eaten a lot of fried rice around the world, but this is one of the most beautiful plates of fried rice that perhaps I have come across. Just look at that formation. The half dome, the rice is on the bottom, and then it's topped with what looks like kind of like a sauté of chicken and chilies. I think on the menu this is called the chili fried rice. And kind of, let's see the cross section of this. Oh yeah, fried rice, beautiful fried rice, and then it's just topped in a cap of all that chilies and chicken. Oh. Now that is what I call fried rice. And that top layer of flavor, it's like a simmered, sauteed down dried chilies and onions and chili and more chilies, fresh chilies and chicken. I don't even want to set this plate of fried rice aside, but I will in order to test the other dishes. And for these other dishes, I'm gonna just eat some plain rice. This one is a Bhutanese dish. It's called pork pa. And big pieces of pork with vegetable, I think that's spinach, and then lots of dried chilies in here. Oh, that looks really good, yeah. Oh, that is wonderful as well. That pork is nice and tender, and then it kind of has and then what I really love about a lot of the Bhutanese meat dishes is you can really taste the ginger. And so I can really taste the ginger in that. Of course, those dried chilies, and then I like all that vegetable spinach kind of rough cut and just kind of a little bit crispy and a little bit soft at the same time. And then I think there are some green onions in there as well. And then this one here is the chili beef, which is quite a common dish in Bhutan. And these are strips of beef. There are a lot of onions in here and dried chilies as well, and then some cilantro. Oh, and that beef I can feel in my spoon. It feels kind of like dried beef, almost like jerky-ish. That's a delicious dish as well. Yeah, that beef tastes kind of like it is kind of dried out, a little bit like beef jerky style. And then with all those chilies, and also what I really like in this dish is there's a ton of green onions, which are crisp as well. And then the final dish we got is called vegetable manchurian. And I didn't even know, I had no idea what it was, but they look like little veggie patties and a very dark brown oniony cilantro sauce. I'm gonna break into one of these little patties. Oh, that's a veggie patty. Oh, you can see carrots and maybe some kind of green vegetable in there as well. Has a little bit of a sour flavor to it. And then those patties are like, little vegetable hamburger patties. And then the sauce, it's like a brown gravy, but with a little bit of a sour tinge to it. I think that's a very Indian Chinese style of a dish. Really good though. Everything is good. I think that fried rice though, wow, that's a stunner. I'm moving back to the fried rice, which is ridiculously good, and I'm gonna add a little bit more chili. The chili sauce. Oh yes. Just a little bit more and dig into that. This is some world-class fried rice. That makes it even better. Just talked to the owner of Zambala, and he said that there is still no power over at Zambala 1 restaurant. So he said it would be best if we came back a little later to eat there. So I think what we're gonna do now is we're gonna jump in a taxi. We're gonna go to Buddha Point, which is a little ways up on the mountain. Can we go to Buddha Point? That took about 15 minutes and cost $250, and we have now arrived to Buddha Point. This complex is huge, and you can go downstairs. There is a temple underneath, and so we walked around the temple. They don't allow any photos, and then this is just kind of a huge complex area. Right behind me, nestled in that valley, is Thimphu, which is the largest and the capital city of Bhutan. It's a great little city and some great views of Thimphu from here. Right down from Buddha Point, there's a small, I think it's a nature park. We're gonna try to take a little hike here up the hill. I'm not sure where it will lead us, but we need a little exercise. It feels good, and the air out here is so fresh and so beautiful. The view just keeps getting better and better from up here as we're climbing higher. This is beautiful. And it's completely quiet and peaceful, but we do have a couple of dog companion friends following us up the mountain. This is great though. This really makes you feel like you are in Bhutan here now. Need a little rest here. That was only like 15 minutes, but it was straight up. And that elevation. Ying, are you okay? We got down from the hike, and there are no taxis here at the top, so Ying and I are just gonna start walking, and maybe if we see a taxi, we'll jump in a taxi. Otherwise, we'll walk all the way back down to Thimphu. I think we have time. We got home, but we only stayed home for a couple of minutes, and then we decided we're gonna take a walk to the zoo, which showcases Bhutan's national animal. And yeah, it's just such a nice day. It is a great day to go on a hike and also just to be outside, so that's where we're walking to now. That was about less than a 30-minute walk, I think, from our house. This is the Bhutan Takin Preserve. If I remember reading the story correctly online, the Takins, which are the national animal of Bhutan, there used to be a zoo somewhere in town. But then they decided to cancel the zoo, or to close the zoo, and then they realized that all the Takins were so friendly and so nice that they didn't even want to leave the zoo. So that's when they decided to set up this preserve kind of on the mountain outside of Thimphu, and now this is where all the friendly Takins live, and this is where we can come to visit them. And so we had to just pay a quick entrance fee of 50 nu. I don't know if this guy escaped from the zoo or if he's a grazing animal. Let me introduce you to a Takin. They are very, very unique animals, and to me they look kind of like a cross between a buffalo and a wildebeest, but a Himalayan version. And around the zoo you can walk around, and they also have other Himalayan animals, mountain goats, and I'm not even sure the names of everything, but this is kind of like a mountain zoo. But what I noticed is their front legs are shorter than their hind legs, and that might help them maneuver around the rugged landscapes, as well as the entire time we watched one of those Takins, he just ate the entire time, and so having shorter front legs allows him to just have his head in the ground munching all day long. That's pretty cool. You gotta shine it on my face though. It's only 6 p.m., but it's dark out and it is freezing cold tonight. We are walking to go catch a taxi, and we are going for dinner at a place called Simply Bhutan. This is a restaurant, but it's also kind of a whole cultural Bhutanese traditional house. So there's a Bhutanese house. We're gonna get a tour of the house, and then we're gonna eat here as well, a very traditional place. And right now they're gonna show us a ritual about pounding the walls, the mud walls for the homes, and also the construction. They just served us the ara, which is the local wine, Bhutanese wine. Okay, let's cheers. Cheers. We were also just served some Suja, which is butter tea, and it looks really piping hot. I really like butter tea. Oh yeah, that is a little bit salty and buttery, and you can taste the tea as well. That's good. Also, this is a snack of like crunchy rice. Oh, that's really crunchy. Almost like unpopped popcorn.
Yes, as long as they have. Yes.
It is time for dinner now. They have prepared, there must be about 20 dishes that they have, traditional Bhutanese dishes that they have prepared, and they have set out all the food on this like buffet line. Dried yak meat, I believe. And then with the chilies, oh yes. Dry shredded pork. Oh, that looks rich. This one is chicken.
Mark, should I get your bowl?
This one is the kewadatsi, which is potatoes with cheese. Oh, this one is dried spinach soup. Oh, and I love this spoon. This one is Bhutanese sausage, fried, and a pork sausage. That's a lot of food. This one is cheese fried in butter. Oh, that is thick. Oh yeah. This one is a mushroom datsi. So cheese
With chili.
cheese and mushrooms and chili. And this is the real emadatsi, cheese and chilies. This looks delicious. Yeah, I'm gonna need some of this. Eze. This is an eze. Egg, a type of egg. Okay, this one is a dried fish. These are green chilies fried in butter. And then buckwheat noodles. I could not miss the bitter gourd. That is truly an impressive display buffet of Bhutanese food. There's like almost every type of meat possible on this plate, plus a lot of dried chilies, some vegetables, a lot of different cheeses, and it looks and smells delicious. Where did that yak go? It's somewhere below here, and I gotta start with a bite of yak. Where did my yak? Oh, I think that's yak there. Is that the yak? No, that's the sausage. Okay, I'll go with the sausage first. And some of that chilies. Oh, yes. Sausage, and he said it was pork sausage. I can taste the Sichuan pepper in something. I think I found the yak meat down there, and it's a dried one. And then that's what I gotta eat next. Oh, and with a slice of bitter melon on there. That yak is awesome. It's like beef jerky. Nice and dry and chewy, but so much flavor. With every bite you get more flavor. Next up, this is spinach soup served with that super, and it was served with that awesome spoon. Yeah, that's very soothing, a little bit plain, but really focuses on the spinach, and it's kind of buttery. We were now just served something called Chang, which is a mixture of rice and millet that has been fermented for a couple of months, and so it's kind of like a soupy beverage. Oh, yeah, you can taste the alcohol, but the alcohol is mild and sort of has a sourish, it's mostly just sour, and a little bit sweet as well.
With your forefinger, you have to make a groove here, so that the air doesn't fall this way.
On our way out after that huge meal, and we are now gonna try some archery, and archery is the national sport in Bhutan, so.
1,
Okay.
2, 3,
Ready?
go!
That was really a great evening at Simply Bhutan. We're back at home now, so I'm gonna end the vlog today here. If you enjoyed this video, please remember to give it a thumbs up. And thank you very much for watching. See you tomorrow for the next video.